The Last Supper, Hidden Grid, Why Leonardo Defied the Church. Look, most people look at the Last Supper and they see a religious dinner. They're looking at the paint, but they aren't looking at the architecture. Beneath the surface of this fresco lies a secret that has remained silent for centuries. We are breaking down the precise intersections where Da Vinci's math, the cold, hard geometry, contradicts the church's narrative. We're talking about a hidden alignment of heresy. Again, let me re-say that. We are breaking down the precise intersections where Da Vinci's math, the cold, hard geometry, contradicts the church's narrative. We're talking about a hidden alignment of heresy. Look closer at the symmetry. The geometry tells a story the history books dare not mention. Today, we're applying the 71 method to expose the geometric sedition of Leonardo da Vinci. The 71 audit, the architectural lie. Let's get into the audit. When you stand in the refectory of Santa Maria delle Grazie, the physical walls around you are a specific height and width. But when you apply the 71 method to the painting, you realize Leonardo lied to you, to us. The vanishing point? The exact center where all lines meet is at Christ's right temple. In standard perspective, that should align with your eyes as you stand in the room. It doesn't. Leonardo set the ideal observe at 15 feet in the air. He didn't paint this for the monks sitting at the tables below. He painted this for a mathematical observer that doesn't exist in the physical world. By using the 71 audit, we see he modified the rules of perspective to represent the scene on an included plane. He wasn't following the church's wall. He was overriding them with a higher authority, pure logic. The notebook grid, the hidden coordinates. Now, look at the walls inside the painting. Those dark tapestries, they aren't just decoration. Again, they aren't just decorations. If you cross-reference Leonardo's private sketches, the ones where he obsessively draws force lines, you see these tapestries act as a secret grid system. Most art historians talk about the emotions of the apostles. Forget the emotions. Yes, forget the emotions. Look at the measurements. Please, again, look at the measurements. The table is mathematically too large for the room, yet it is too small for the men sitting at it. This isn't a mistake by a master. Again, this isn't a mistake by a master. This is a deliberate subversion of a natural reality. Leonardo was encoding a coordinate into a holy site. He used the tapestries to create a mathematical lockdown. He was prioritizing rational symmetry over the literal story. While the monk saw a miracle, Leonardo saw a calculation. He was building a fortress of logic right in the face of the Vatican. The heresy? Rationality over the divine? This is where the dissonance becomes structural. Look at the halos. Oh wait, there is none. Or there ain't any. In a room where every single geometric line leads to a human head, the divine light is replaced by the center of projection. Leonardo uses aerial perspective, the way light fades over distance. This anchors the scene into a cold, rational space. He uses the lighting coming from the real windows of the refectory to illuminate a fake mathematical world. That is a geometric sedition. He was telling the world math is the true divine order. He stripped the religious dogma and replaced it with a symmetry so perfect it was terrifying to the establishment. They couldn't decode it, but the 71 method just did. The closing? The Vatican calls this a masterpiece of faith. I'm calling a masterpiece or a masterclass in instructional dissident. Leonardo didn't just paint a meal, he built a logic archive that the church couldn't touch because they didn't have the math to see it. The geometry is the truth. The rest is just paint. Audit complete.